Doctors can't explain this. What happens to your body after 36 hours without food will shock you. Imagine this: you go to bed, skip breakfast, skip lunch, skip dinner, and wake up the next day not weaker, but stronger. Sounds crazy, right? But that's exactly what happens when you tap into the incredible power of a 36-hour fast. You see, when you stop eating for 36 hours, your body doesn't go into starvation mode, it goes into healing mode. Insulin drops, inflammation calms down, and your body finally gets permission to do what it's designed to do: burn stored fat for fuel. And not just any fat. We're talking about the visceral fat that wraps around your organs, the type that raises your risk for diabetes, fatty liver, and heart disease. That's the fat your body targets first when insulin is low and energy is needed. By hour 18, your body switches gears, glucose reserves are gone, and fat oxidation ramps up. Around hour 24, autophagy kicks in, your cells begin to clean up damaged proteins and toxins, and by hour 36, your metabolism is fully tuned to fat burning mode. This is where deep healing happens. Your energy skyrockets, mental clarity sharpens, and your body starts unlocking a level of metabolic health most people never reach. Now, don't worry. This isn't about deprivation or pushing your limits. When done properly with the right preparation, hydration, and refeeding, the 36-hour fast is one of the most powerful and safest tools to reset your metabolism and eliminate visceral fat naturally. Have you ever tried a 36-hour fast before? What changes did you feel in your body? Let me know in the comments below. Before you dive into a 36-hour fast, preparation is everything. Most people who struggle with fasting don't fail because their bodies can't handle it. They fail because they didn't prepare their body and mind for what's about to happen. Think of a 36-hour fast like running a marathon. You wouldn't show up to the starting line without stretching, hydrating, and getting into the right mindset. Fasting works the same way. Your success begins long before you skip that first meal. Let's start with nutrition preparation. The biggest mistake I see is people jumping straight into a long fast while still eating a high-carb diet. When your body is constantly burning sugar for fuel, fasting feels like torture. You get headaches, fatigue, irritability, all symptoms of what I call sugar withdrawal. So here's what to do instead: 2 to 3 days before your fast, begin lowering your carb intake and increasing healthy fats. Things like avocados, eggs, olive oil, wild-caught salmon, grass-fed butter. This transition trains your body to burn fat instead of sugar. By the time you start your 36-hour fast, your metabolism is already halfway there, ready to switch into fat-burning mode. Next, hydration is key. Water is not optional during fasting. It's your best friend. Most hunger sensations you'll feel aren't true hunger, they're dehydration signals. So in the days leading up to your fast, start increasing your water intake. Aim for at least half your body weight in ounces per day. Add a pinch of high-quality sea salt or Himalayan salt to your water to keep your electrolytes balanced. Sodium, potassium, and magnesium are the magic trio that keep your energy stable and prevent fatigue or headaches. During the fast itself, electrolytes are non-negotiable. A simple mix of salt and mineral water can keep you feeling strong and focused all the way through. Now, let's talk about mental preparation, because fasting is just as much a mindset game as it is a metabolic one. You need to go into it with a clear intention. Don't just say, "I'm not eating for 36 hours." Say, "I'm giving my body the space to heal, to reset, to detoxify, and to burn fat efficiently." When you approach fasting with a healing mindset, everything changes. You're not suffering, you're shifting. You're not depriving yourself. You're empowering your body to work the way it was designed to. In fact, one of my favorite things to remind people during fasting is this: you're not starving. You're healing. Think about it. Your body is the most intelligent system ever created. It knows how to survive without food because for thousands of years, Fasting was part of human life. Our ancestors didn't have breakfast buffets or drive-through dinners. They went hours, sometimes days, without eating, and their bodies thrived because of it. Fasting simply reconnects you with that ancestral intelligence that modern life has buried under constant snacking and sugar spikes. Sleep also plays a big role in preparation. A well-rested body handles fasting far better than an exhausted one. In the days before your fast, prioritize getting 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. This helps balance hormones like cortisol and ghrelin, the stress and hunger hormones, so your body doesn't panic when you begin fasting. You want to enter your 36-hour window calm, rested, and grounded. And here's a powerful mindset shift. Expect discomfort, but don't fear it. Hunger waves will come and go. That's normal. When you feel that urge to eat, pause and recognize it's your body signaling transition, not emergency. Most of the time, the sensation passes within minutes. Take a deep breath, sip some electrolyte water, and remind yourself, this is my body switching from glucose to fat. This is healing. When you embrace that awareness, fasting becomes an act of mindfulness rather than restriction. Another powerful tip: plan your fast strategically. Start after dinner. Say, at 7 p.m., you'll sleep through a big portion of your fast, wake up, hydrate, stay busy, and before you know it, you're already halfway done. The following night, go to bed knowing you're hours away from completion. This approach makes the 36-hour window feel much more manageable, both physically and mentally. Lastly, surround yourself with the right environment and mindset. Avoid scrolling through food videos or hanging around the kitchen. Instead, focus on light movement, journaling, meditation, or reading something inspiring. Fasting creates space, not just in your stomach, but in your mind. Use that space to reflect on why you're doing this, to reset, to heal, to reclaim your energy and confidence. When you prepare properly, lowering carbs, hydrating well, balancing electrolytes, resting deeply, and setting powerful intentions, you'll be amazed at how your body responds. You'll go from seeing fasting as a challenge to experiencing it as a breakthrough. You'll realize that food doesn't control you. You control your metabolism. And once you experience that freedom, there's no going back. The first 24 hours of a 36-hour fast are where the real magic begins. This is the transition phase, the period where your body switches from running on glucose to running on fat. Think of it like moving from battery mode to generator mode. At first, your body is still using stored energy from your last meal. But as the hours go by, something incredible starts to happen deep within your cells. Your metabolism begins to shift gears. During the first 12 hours, your body is primarily burning glucose, the sugar stored in your bloodstream and liver as glycogen. This is your body's quick access fuel. It's like using the battery on your phone, easy to access, but it runs out quickly. As you continue fasting, glycogen stores in your liver start to deplete. By hour 12 to 16, insulin levels drop significantly, signaling your body that no more fuel is coming in from food. That drop in insulin is the green light for fat burning to begin. Around hour 16, your body begins to tap into stored fat for energy. This is where your metabolism starts to unlock its true potential. You begin converting fat into ketones, an incredibly clean and efficient energy source for your brain and body. People often describe this phase as the moment when hunger fades and mental clarity increases. And that's not your imagination. Ketones actually fuel your brain more efficiently than glucose does. It's like switching from cheap fuel to premium-grade energy. As you move into hours 18 through 24, your body continues this metabolic transformation. Insulin remains low, fat-burning enzymes become more active, and inflammation begins to drop. This is also when autophagy, your body's internal clean-up process, begins to activate. Autophagy literally means self-eating, but in a good way. Your body starts recycling damaged cells, removing waste proteins, and repairing at a cellular level. It's like your system saying, All right? No new fuel is coming in. Time to clean house and optimize what we have. Now, let's talk about the mental experience, because this part is just as important as the physical process. The first 24 hours can bring moments of hunger, especially around your usual meal times. But here's the secret. Those hunger waves come and go like ocean tides. They peak, they pass, and they fade. Every time you resist the urge to eat and ride the wave, you're teaching your body and brain that you're in control, not your cravings. In the early hours, you might notice your stomach growl or your energy dip slightly. That's just your body signaling habit, not true hunger. It's used to getting food at certain times, and now it's learning a new rhythm. Once your body starts burning fat and producing ketones, you'll feel a subtle but powerful shift. The fog lifts, focus sharpens, and energy levels stabilize. This is your body entering metabolic flexibility, the ability to effortlessly switch between fuel sources. Here's an analogy I love. Imagine your body as a hybrid car. When you eat constantly, you're always running on electricity. Short range, quick bursts, and you need to refuel often. But when you fast, you switch on the gasoline engine, your built-in generator. Fat becomes your long-range energy source, and suddenly you realize you can go miles, even days, without refueling. That's the power of a properly executed fast. Around the 20-hour mark, most people notice a sense of calm and clarity. That's your nervous system responding to the balance between insulin and glucagon, your storage and release hormones. With insulin low, glucagon rises and your body begins mobilizing stored energy efficiently. It's not fighting for balance anymore, it's thriving in it. This is when fasting begins to feel less like a struggle and more like a flow state. Your digestive system also gets a much-needed break during these first 24 hours. Think about how hard your gut works every day. Digesting, processing, absorbing. Fasting gives it time to rest, repair, and reset. Studies show that even a single day of fasting can reduce gut inflammation and improve microbial diversity. It's not just your metabolism that benefits, your entire internal ecosystem begins to rebalance. Now, one of the most misunderstood aspects of fasting is the idea of starvation mode. People think that if they don't eat for a few hours, their metabolism slows down. The opposite is true. Research shows that short-term fasting, 24 to 48 hours, can actually boost metabolic rate by up to 14%. Why? Because your body releases norepinephrine, a hormone that keeps you alert and energized. This is your biology working exactly as nature intended. When food was scarce, your ancestors didn't get tired, they got focused. Fasting flips that ancient survival switch back on. By the time you reach the 24-hour mark, your body is no longer asking for sugar. It's burning fat efficiently, producing ketones steadily, and cleaning up cellular debris through autophagy. You've crossed the threshold between feeding and healing. This is the point where most people begin to feel lighter, clearer, and surprisingly energized. Remember, the first 24 hours are not about deprivation. They're about activation. You're activating ancient biological pathways designed for survival, healing, and renewal. You're reminding your body of what it's truly capable of. Hunger no longer controls you. You're in control of your metabolism, your mind, and your energy. And that's just the first half of the 36-hour fast. The best is still to come. Between 24 and 36 hours into your fast, something extraordinary is happening beneath the surface. This is where your body moves from simple fat burning into deep cellular transformation. Up until now, you've been transitioning into ketosis, but in this final stretch, your metabolism reaches full power. Your body has officially flipped the metabolic switch from glucose dependency to pure fat-fueled energy. It's no longer asking for sugar because it doesn't need it. You're now running on your own stored energy, and that's where the magic begins. At this point, insulin levels drop to their lowest. creating the perfect internal environment for fat mobilization and cellular healing. Insulin is a storage hormone. When it's high, fat burning is impossible. But when it falls this low, your body gets the signal. We're no longer in feeding mode. It's time to clean house. That signal activates pathways that target visceral fat, the deep, hidden fat that surrounds your liver, pancreas, and organs. This fat is highly metabolically active, meaning once insulin clears out, your body goes straight for it. This is why extended fasting is one of the most effective methods to target belly fat. It's not just burning fat for energy, it's strategically using up the most dangerous fat first. During this 24 to 36 hour window, you're also in the height of autophagy, the miraculous process of cellular recycling. Your body begins to identify damaged cells, misfolded proteins, and malfunctioning mitochondria, and breaks them down into reusable components. It's like a factory shutdown for maintenance. The system pauses production to repair and upgrade its machinery. Old parts are melted down, and the best materials are reused to build new, stronger, more efficient cells. Autophagy reduces oxidative stress, improves immune response, and has even been linked to longevity because it keeps your cellular environment clean and efficient. At the same time, your mitochondria, the energy factories of your cells, are being repaired and renewed. Fasting triggers mitochondrial biogenesis, meaning your body creates new, healthier mitochondria to replace the weak or damaged ones. This leads to more stable energy, higher metabolism, and even improved brain performance. It's like replacing old, sputtering engines with brand new turbocharged ones. You begin producing energy more cleanly and efficiently without the inflammatory byproducts that come from glucose metabolism. This is one of the key reasons people report a feeling of mental sharpness and physical vitality during this phase. Another remarkable change happens in your hormonal balance. With insulin suppressed, your growth hormone levels surge, sometimes by as much as 400 to 500%. This may sound surprising, but it's your body's natural way of protecting muscle and repairing tissue during fasting. Growth hormone preserves lean mass while accelerating fat breakdown. It's as if your body says, let's protect what's essential and use the extra for fuel. This surge also supports skin repair, tissue regeneration, and overall recovery. It's part of why extended fasting has rejuvenating effects on both how you feel and how you look. Meanwhile, your liver and detoxification systems are in overdrive. With no incoming food to process, your liver finally has time to focus on cleansing your bloodstream. It begins flushing out stored toxins, breaking down excess hormones, and balancing your internal chemistry. Remember, many toxins are stored in fat tissue as you burn visceral fat. Those toxins are released and filtered through the liver for elimination. This detox phase is what many people describe as feeling lighter or cleaner during a long fast. Your body is literally purging what doesn't serve it anymore. You might also notice an inner calm or even a subtle euphoria around this stage. That's because ketones, especially beta hydroxybutyrate, act as signaling molecules that reduce inflammation and enhance brain function. They stimulate BDNF's brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which supports neurogenesis, the growth of new brain cells. Your brain, now running on ketones, is operating with high efficiency and clarity. The fog lifts, focus sharpens, and creativity flows. What you're feeling is the biological result of harmony. Your hormones, energy systems, and cellular functions are finally aligned. This 24 to 36 hour window is often called the healing window because your body isn't just burning fat. It's repairing itself from the inside out. Inflammation is decreasing, oxidative damage is being reversed, and cellular communication is improving. It's a biological symphony of healing and renewal. You've given your body space, and it's responding by restoring balance in every system. It's also important to recognize that this phase is not about pushing through hunger or suffering through deprivation. Hunger, by this point, is often gone or greatly reduced. Instead, there's a sense of steadiness. Your energy feels consistent, your mood stabilizes, and your body feels lighter. You're no longer chasing your next meal. Your body is fully in rhythm with itself. This is what true metabolic freedom feels like. By the time you reach that 36-hour mark, you've done something remarkable. You've allowed your body to enter a state most people never experience, where it's not just surviving without food, but thriving because of it. You've triggered the deepest layers of healing, burned through the most stubborn visceral fat, repaired your cellular engines, and renewed your metabolic balance. This final stretch is where fasting transforms from a practice into a biological reset. Every minute in this window compounds the benefits. You're healing, cleansing, and optimizing at the highest level your body is capable of. The moment you break your 36-hour fast is just as important as the fast itself. Think of it like landing a plane after a long, beautiful flight. If you land too fast or too hard, you can damage the engine. After 36 hours of deep cellular healing, detoxification, and metabolic renewal, your body is incredibly sensitive, open, and ready to receive nutrients. How you refeed determines whether you amplify those benefits or undo them in minutes. When you've been fasting this long, your digestive system has been resting. Your stomach acid is lower, your enzymes are recalibrating, and your gut lining has been healing. Jumping straight into a big meal, especially one high in carb, sugar, or processed foods, is like shocking the system. It can spike insulin, bloat your gut, and instantly shut off the fat, burning, and autophagy processes that you worked so hard to activate. So the key is metabolic re-entry, easing your body gently back into digestion with intention, patience, and respect for the healing it just went through. The best way to break your 36-hour fast is to start small and slow. Begin with something that's gentle on your stomach and rich in electrolytes. Bone broth is perfect. It's warm, soothing, and full of minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium. It rehydrates you at a cellular level while giving your digestive system an easy start. Sip it slowly. Let your body feel nourished, not overwhelmed. After 20 to 30 minutes, you can introduce healthy fats and light proteins, things like a few slices of avocado, a handful of macadamia nuts, a soft boiled egg, or some wild-caught salmon. These foods help stabilize blood sugar and extend your fat-burning state while feeding your cells with essential nutrients. The goal here is to stay in that calm, fat-adapted zone and not trigger a massive insulin spike. Next, you can add low-carb vegetables, steamed spinach, sautéed zucchini, or lightly cooked broccoli. These are easy to digest, high in fiber, and full of micronutrients that replenish what your body used during the fast. Avoid raw, cruciferous veggies at this stage. Your gut isn't ready for that fiber load just yet. Warm, soft, and cooked is the way to go. What you don't want to do is break your fast with carbs, sugar, or processed foods. The moment you do, insulin surges, glucose floods your bloodstream, and your body shifts right back into storage mode. All the fat burning and insulin sensitivity you achieved over the past 36 hours can be undone in one impulsive meal. You've been in healing mode. Don't shock your system out of it. Remember, the first thing you put into your body after fasting acts like a signal. It tells your metabolism what to prioritize next, healing or storage. Make that signal count. There's also a powerful emotional and spiritual element to breaking a fast. After 36 hours without food, your relationship with eating feels different, clearer, more intentional. This is where mindful refeeding comes in. Take a moment to express gratitude before your first bite. You've given your body a profound gift: rest, repair, and renewal. And now it's time to receive nourishment consciously. Don't rush. Smell the food, chew slowly, feel the warmth and texture. Each bite is part of your recovery process. Dr. Azadi often says, you're not just feeding your body, you're feeding your future metabolism. Every choice you make post fast sets the tone for how your body will function in the days ahead. So instead of rushing to reward yourself with indulgent foods, see this as a sacred re-entry, a celebration of self-control, healing, and alignment. As your digestion restarts, your body will begin producing digestive enzymes again. Within an hour or two of your first small meal, you can have a slightly more substantial one. Maybe a protein-rich salad with olive oil, wild-caught fish, or some grass-fed meat with cooked vegetables. Keep your carbs minimal for the next few hours to maintain metabolic momentum. You're reestablishing your normal eating rhythm, but now from a cleaner, sharper, more balanced state. This phase is also when hydration is crucial. Keep drinking mineral water or herbal tea to help your body flush out the toxins released during the fast. If you feel a bit lightheaded or fatigue, it's usually a sign your body is rebalancing electrolytes and adapting back to digestion. Nothing to worry about, just go slow. And here's something to remember: the end of the fast isn't really the end. It's the beginning of a new metabolic cycle. You've reset your hormones, repaired your mitochondria, and taught your body how to burn fat efficiently. Breaking your fast mindfully ensures you hold on to those benefits long after your first bite. So take that first meal as an act of gratitude. You've given your body 36 hours to heal, repair, and renew. Now you're giving it nourishment to rebuild even stronger. When you approach this phase with intention, bone broth first, healthy fats next, then nutrient-rich foods. You're not just eating, you're continuing the healing process. You're honoring the work your body has done and setting yourself up for long-term success. This is how you turn fasting from a temporary practice into a lasting transformation. When most people think of losing fat, they picture the pinchable stuff under the skin. That's subcutaneous fat. But the real danger lies deeper, hidden beneath your abdominal wall, surrounding your organs like a toxic blanket. That's visceral fat, and it's far more harmful than the fat you can see. It's metabolically active, meaning it pumps out inflammatory chemicals and hormones that disrupt your metabolism, raise blood sugar, and increase your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even dementia. The good news: extended fasting, especially the 36-hour fast, is one of the most powerful, natural ways to target this dangerous fat first. Here's why. Visceral fat is tightly connected to insulin, the hormone that regulates blood sugar and fat storage. When you eat frequently or consume a high-carb diet, your insulin levels stay elevated. Over time, your cells become resistant to insulin's signal, forcing your body to produce even more. That's the vicious cycle that traps people in fat storage mode. But during a 36-hour fast, insulin levels drop to rock bottom. This drop flips a critical metabolic switch. Suddenly, instead of storing fat, your body begins to burn it. Think of insulin as the gatekeeper. When it's high, your fat cells are locked. When it's low, the gates open, releasing stored fatty acids into the bloodstream. This process is called lipolysis, the breakdown of fat into fuel. Those fatty acids are transported to the liver, converted into ketones, and used as energy for your brain and body. This is where fasting becomes so much more than calorie restriction. It's hormonal optimization. You're not forcing your body to lose weight. You're giving it permission to burn fat efficiently again. Now, here's what makes the 36-hour fast so unique. Short fasts like 12 or 16 hours primarily burn circulating glucose and glycogen. But once you cross that 24-hour mark, the liver's glycogen stores are depleted, and your body has no choice but to dig into its deepest reserves, the visceral fat around your organs. This fat is highly insulin sensitive, which means when insulin drops, it's the first to go. That's why people who practice extended fasting often notice